Okay, welcome back to the Are You Strong show. I have another Kean University football player on the show tonight, the Kean Cougars, right? And I'll tell you, the more and more I get to know these young men on this team, the more I can appreciate the real life of a college football player, who goes out there and puts their physicality on the line, and they pay to do that. But let me just real quick on this young man before I say his name. Linebacker on the football team, um, all conference, all district accolades. Currently getting his master's degree in business administration, is just accepted into his next career as a police officer, which is really cool. We're going to talk about that. But like I say every time when I open up a show, what I want to touch on is this young man's grade point average. Okay. And because the reason why I do that is I want the world to know that these athletes that come on this show are not just athletes. These guys are girls and guys are well rounded, students. And with a 3.2 GPA, um, welcome to the show, Nick Sura.
Pleasure to be here.
I'm really excited to have you on, and I'm more excited that I'm continuing to build this connection with Kean University, and
Yeah,
the
I had a
sports
bunch of guys.
program, and the football team there, because you guys have something really special over there, and I've gotten to know Coach Garrett pretty well, and sometimes you win more than or you lose more than you win, and vice versa, but the culture over there
Mhm.
is something special, right?
Absolutely.
So before I start to rip into a lot of questions, do me a favor, just tell the audience just a little bit about yourself.
My name's Nick Sura. I grew up in Bayville, New Jersey. It's around like the Jersey Shore. Um, Sum it up short, just my college experience. I mean, I graduated a year early from Kane. I went into school with already a year of college done through a program I was in my high school. Um, and it helped me a lot because I was able to get 36 credits, I believe, going into college. So it took a lot of pressure off my back. But yeah, like you were mentioned before, grades were very, very important to me, important to my family. I always stressed it. I always put school above football. And I was able to graduate magna cum laude, graduated again 3 years, and now I'm doing my master's and I'm carrying that same attitude. And I'm carrying it into my career. I just want to be the best at whatever I do, and that's how I live my life.
So what do you say, Magnum cum laude?
Yeah,
What
that's
what is your
basically it's
what does your
basically like
GPA
high
have to
honors.
be?
It was three. I finished with a 3.78, I believe, but I
Oh,
think it
so it was
just has to be,
better.
yeah, it has to be above like a 3.6 or something like that. It's like a high, basically like high honors.
So Nick, talk about that, and I'm really I love to talk about the academic side of what you guys do
Right.
as well, because for years now, athletes they get what this stigma, they're not that smart, right?
Yeah.
And maybe that was the old school stuff back when I was playing, like it wasn't in vogue to be a good student. But now it's in vogue, it's popular. Like if you're a good student and a good athlete, like that's something special now. That's what everybody strives to be. But can you talk about the how did you balance that high academic requirement in your own mind with you were a damn good football player too.
Thank you. I mean, I mean, I've been this way all throughout high school, middle school, because I've always grown up doing a bunch of sports. I liked having a lot on my plate at the same time. So I really just set myself on a tight schedule and I would write out everything that needs to be done. And every single time I'd write out a little list of everything that needs to be done during the week, school was at the top. All my homework assignments, any meetings I might have had, any extra credit things I could have done when I had free time, anything like that. I mean, I always put it at the top. And then, I mean, I'd always have time for all the rest because it would just kind of all work itself out. Um, but yeah, I just always put school first. And I mean, a lot of it's just sacrifice. Like, I mean, people that don't have good grades and just worry about it. I mean, some people choose to do other things over other things. I mean, I always set myself as school. I was in college for school, then football, and then everything else kind of came. And if I had to choose, if I had a test the next morning, if I had to choose whether to study or to go out with friends, play video games with some friends, I mean, I was the one that took the choice just to study. I looked sometimes like you call like a loser, whatever it
Yeah.
was, or the kid that just stayed in the dorm. But I mean, it set me up for success,
Yeah.
and I was grateful to know and learn that was how I had to live my life. My parents always engraved that to me that you're gonna have to make sacrifices if you want to do things better than everyone else, and that's kind of how I just always been. So,
That's awesome. How the heck did you get a year of college under your belt while you were in high school?
so we had a program that was called the Humanities Academy. And so basically when I had to apply for it in middle school, and then once I got in, they basically picked it was like a group of like I'd say like 18, 19 of us, and we would in my class, and we would go from basically freshman through senior year, they would pick all of our schedules, so we didn't have like the freedom to pick our schedules or pick the class we wanted to do. And then once it led to like senior year, after like all the AP exams and everything, we basically
Yeah.
took classes through Ocean County College and Georgian Court University. So basically, like my first semester, I'd have two OCC classes through my high school, and then we leave and then go to since it was during COVID to be on Zoom. But I have two or one Georgian Court class a day
Wow.
throughout the week, and so basically that was, and then I'd be done in time for sports around
Yeah, I
like
was gonna say, then you have to go
third
play
grade.
football.
Yeah, and then we'd have either football, and I also wrestled in high school, so then we go to wrestling
So
again.
you took on two brutally physical sports
Yeah, well,
on
I
top
love
of
them.
a brutally academic load,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, but it was very worth it. There were days where I missed out on a lot, and but I definitely say I never regretted it because I it set me up for where I am now. So
Well,
again,
here's how I look at that, Nick, is you can call it, you said the word sacrifice, right?
yeah, huge.
I don't believe it's a sacrifice.
I don't either, but
It,
that's a lot of
it's in
people see it as that, but I think
Well,
it's
I like to change the word to an investment of your time.
yeah,
You
exactly,
chose to invest your time in something that's going to give you a better return down the road
100%.
than going to the parties.
Right.
I'm sure you've gone to some, but I'm
Oh
saying,
yeah, and there's always time where you can go, of
yeah,
course.
you
And
know,
I
you'll
also
make time
believe
for
in that.
something.
I believe in that as well, where there's a balance in life. You don't always
Right.
want to be go, 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 because
Right.
then you're gonna feel burnout.
Yeah.
That's where you run into problems.
Yeah.
So I also 110% agree with taking some time off and having fun as
All
well.
right. So let me ask you this. You wrestled, you played football in high school. Which one were you more enjoyable and which one were you better at?
So that's a good question because that's a good story. I wasn't supposed to play football in high school at all. I wrestled my whole life from when I was 6 years old all the way till my senior year of high school, and I I was between wrestling and football my whole life. I played both, but then in football I started in middle school. So from seventh grade, I started seventh grade and eighth grade, and I got hurt both years I played, and both of them were actually both knee problems. So
Mm,
and my whole growing, my me and my dad were big wrestling guys, so I was more worried about getting hurt for wrestling season in high school,
yeah.
and so I stopped. I didn't play anymore. And then it got to my freshman year, and the coach at the time, he doesn't coach there anymore at Central, but he kept like he was in my ear a little bit. He was like, "Hey, I know you still want to play. Just come out to a game. Come out to a practice, see how you feel. Come out just whatever." And I kind of was like, "Yeah, yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah.
whatever." And then I went to a game they were playing Toms River North, and it was a great game. Central actually won. And I just felt like all the love come back, and I missed it so much. And so the next day
Yeah.
I went up to him and was like, "Hey, I want to play," and I was already like 4 weeks into the season. And I came back, I played. I actually got a captain spot or like a couple weeks in.
That same year?
Yeah, as on the freshman team, on the freshman team.
Okay.
Yeah, and and then from then on, I slowly started loving football, just being on a team aspect, just with
Yeah.
brothers a little bit more than. I mean, of course, I still love. I actually currently volunteer coach wrestling right now
Good.
because I still love the sport, but just football is a different feeling to me.
Let me ask you this. In the locker room, different locker room vibe in football versus wrestling?
Not as different as you think. I mean, obviously, yeah, it's a team sport, and then one's more like individual as much as like, but no, it's just, I mean, it's guys that you spend all your time with, basically, because
Yeah.
you're with them all. You're in the same struggle. I mean, they call it shared suffering. You
Yeah.
guys are going through practices together. You guys are bleeding together. So, I mean, as much as they're different sports, it's the chemistry is pretty similar. So,
I love that shared suffering. It's so
yeah,
true. Because
Very true. And coach get
especially
her pride on that.
yeah, in football, man, it's big,
Yeah.
and,
Huge.
wrestling is big too. Because now, what weight class did you wrestle?
I was all over the place. My freshman year, I was 138. My sophomore year, I was 150. Junior year, I was 175. And then senior year, I was 195.
That's big. You're up there. So were you cutting weight at all for any of that or no?
My senior year was the only year I actually cut because that's my senior year. I got up to like 215, 218, and I dropped all the way down to 195 for
Okay.
wrestling.
All
And
right,
then my
that's
body
tough.
kind of just stayed around there.
That's tough. That's what I always wonder, like how you wrestlers, you literally spend days and weeks and months
Yeah.
starving yourselves, and
Yeah.
then you still have to go out and peak performance and perform.
Yeah, it was a grind, but I love the grind. I thought it was awesome. And there's ways that you could do the whole cutting weight. Like I mean, yes, there's people that starve themselves and do it the wrong way and get themselves hurt, but luckily my dad as a birthday gift, I remember my sophomore year of high school, he got me in touch with a nutritionist and
Okay.
he would write out like meals and stuff or like diet plans to like keep me energized and fully healthy, but
Yep.
also maintaining a low calorie uh deficit
Cool.
so that I
So,
was losing
so
weight.
how'd you do in wrestling?
I was pretty good. I wasn't the best, but I was a region qualifier 2 years. Um, I personally believe I would have made it to states my senior year, but we had a because of COVID they changed the whole the whole outlook of postseason. So instead of
Right.
being you go from districts, then from districts you move on to regions, and
Yep.
regions move on to states. They made it all one big super region. And so it was two regions combined into one. And like there was no district, so you just got like voted into it.
Yeah.
And the one guy I lost to was in my actual region, but then the second guy I lost to in the so I lost in the semis and then in the blood rounds that the round that I if I won I was going to states, if I lost I didn't. He wasn't even in our region. So felt like it was like
Yeah.
iffy. But but
What are you gonna do?
what are you gonna do? There's no excuses. I loved it. I mean, I was decent. I had around we were short on matches our senior year, but I think I like all together in a career I had around like 80 something wins.
Wow,
So
that's a lot.
yeah, I never got the 100 mark. A lot of those good guys get like the 100 wins, get their banners and everything. I never got that.
But
But
100 wins, that's a lot of wins, man.
oh yeah, it is. And there's some guys now getting that like their sophomore and junior year, which is crazy. But
That's
I was
unbelievable.
never nothing like that. But I mean I devoted a lot of time to it. So
Cool. So how do you play in college sports? How do being a college athlete, you're balancing academics to the highest level.
right, of
You're balancing football, and you have to have a life in there somewhere, right?
course.
How did all of that contribute to your development now, your personal growth to where you're at today? You're getting out of college early. You're not out of high school early, but you might as well have been because you did a year of college in high school.
Right.
Everything is early for you. How did you do all that?
Just being determined and just seeing the goal and taking everything day by day. I mean, there was a lot of times where I'd feel overwhelmed and I felt like the picture was way bigger than it was. But I mean, my dad always gave me good advice just to be where your feet are and just
Mm,
take it one day at a time and realize that everything is really not that bad and it's not as big as it seems. And like a huge thing is just someone always has it worse. Like, so there's no time to feel sorry for yourself or make up excuses because there's always someone struggling a lot worse than I am. And I don't know. So I never really felt like there was a lot more pressure than I had, like compared to other people. I just felt like it was just something if I was able to do it, I was going to do it. And I never really thought of it too much as something that was like some huge task or something. Like I knew it was tough, but I liked doing tough things because I like challenging myself and
yeah.
that was what my expectations I set for myself, and I felt like that was just normal to me.
Now, do you have a photographic memory?
Yeah, I think so. I'd say I have a photographic memory.
That's got to be so cool. You see something once, maybe twice, and boom, you got it.
Yeah, I'm sometimes, but yeah, I'd say so. I'd say I'm a lot more with like math. Like when it comes to like formulas and stuff, I could see
Right?
some formulas and remember it.
You
But
know what you're called in sports?
what's that?
You're called a hyper learner.
Hyper learner? I
Yep.
never.
What's a hyper learner? All really good athletes are hyper learner, which means you pick things up quick,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know? And the guys, if no different, let's go to Kean football. You have 100 guys on the team or so, and you love them all. But some guys just like, come on, you get it? How many times we got
Yeah.
to do this, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then there's you, once and done. I get it. Let's go.
Right.
You know what I mean? And there's a lot of guys in between that level.
Right.
But those who excel in sports, especially at the professional level, I interviewed a guy named Trent Clark about a month or so ago who coached in the major leagues. He won the World Series with the Cleveland Indians.
Wow.
And he talked about hyper learner athletes. They just pick things up quick and they go,
Yeah.
you know, which is really that's what's you.
Yeah.
You're a hyper learner, which is great. So let
Luck
me
with
ask you
everything.
this though, and this is a question I ask all the guys at your level of athletics, Division III.
Okay.
What motivates you to keep going back to the pain when either you and or your mom and dad are paying the bill to be there?
Yeah, I mean, that's a great question. And sometimes I ask myself the same question, like why did you do that? And a lot of the times like people try to prove people wrong, but I really just wanted to prove the people right that had my back. I mean, my mom and dad, they supported me since I couldn't even talk. And like they've given me everything, and for them to want like I know that they love seeing my dad especially loves seeing me play sports. And I mean, he was a financial advisor, so you know how hard it is to struggle that. And
Yeah,
he never missed a single wrestling match, never missed a football game, always took me to my practices. And I love seeing how happy it made him watching me play. And of course I loved it. I mean, to be a like that, I mean, when I was writing down some of the questions, I know that this I wanted to heavily talk about. For people that want to play Division III sports, you have to love it. And I love
hmm,
football. I love sports. I love competing. And like mainly with football is I love being a part of a brotherhood and just building a relationship with guys. Like I live in a house right now. Well, now I don't. I had to move back home, but I lived in a house with a bunch of guys, and we grew just the best relationships. We talk every day. Like they'll be my friends for a long time. I know that.
yeah,
And just seeing like how much they're putting into it, I want to put even more, make them push them, like just always pushing each other, and
yeah,
seeing them succeed made me really happy. And and going through all those 4 years, I never wanted to stop short because I felt like we came in together, and I'd love for us to leave
yeah.
together. So
Now, all the guys that are in that all academic picture that's on the internet on the
yeah,
school
yeah,
website, are they all in your house?
no, but two or three of them are. I'm trying to remember who's in the picture. Two or
All
three of them
right.
are in the picture.
So hey, birds of a feather flock together.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? And what else is true, you've heard this before, is you become, a product of your environment. You
Hmm.
become the average of the people you hang around. And the
Right.
people you hang around, Nick, they're either going to pull you up or they're going to push you down or pull you down, you know?
100%.
And some of the guys I know on your team are hell of of sharp guys,
Hmm.
and like you, and that's why you're buddies with them,
Right.
which is incredible. So football, give me your most memorable moment. What stands out for you? It doesn't have to be on the field. It doesn't have to be in the locker room. It doesn't have to be on the bus rides. Whatever. What most memorable moment over there?
One that always stands out to me was actually my sophomore season. So it was my first year really starting on the defense, and we were playing Montclair at Montclair, and I remember we were down 20 to what was it, 6? We were down like 20-6 or something like that. Like it was looking bad, and we were going into the fourth quarter, and I just remember Coach Kreider at the time. He isn't coach there anymore. Now he's a head coach at I
High
forget
school.
the school. Yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
Lenape, I believe. I'm pretty sure it's that high school. And I remember he looked at the whole like we were all sitting after a drive, we were sitting on the bench, and he looks at us, he's like, I want you to see that score. Like I promise you we're gonna win this game 21-20. It's gonna come out of nowhere, I promise you. And we just we all just put our heads down. We were like, all right, that's it. And we just went out there. And I remember every single drive was like, all right, this is going in our way. This is going in our favor. This is going in our favor. Then we get a call that went in our favor. Then we get a touchdown. Boom. Next play. Boom. We get a pick. Something like it was just like
Yeah.
everything right that was gonna happen just went right for us in those last 15 minutes. And it was awesome. Like it all went, and then it
Yeah.
literally went just like that. We came back, won 21-20, and it was electric. I remember we were so excited. It was awesome. And
That's awesome.
we had people on the sidelines crying and stuff. It was great.
Really.
But it was really
Now, did
fun.
you know guys on the other team at Montclair?
I knew two of the guys. One of their safeties I used to work out with. But and then we I'd always like talk to them about it every
Yeah,
so often if I ever seen them out. I would tell them about it. But
that's cool. So, how do you think your experience in college playing football is going to really impact your future? Because I think I said before when we opened it up, you're just getting hired to become a policeman.
right.
So, how do you think the world of college football is going to help you there and help you into your career path?
I think the biggest way it's going to help me is by interacting with people. I mean, going to Kane's the most diverse school in New Jersey. And
Yeah,
on the team, we had a bunch of different guys from a bunch of different backgrounds. And as a team captain, I loved getting to know them. I wanted to build relationships with everybody, freshman through senior. I love getting to know people, talk to them, being able to relate with them. So I think that's going to help me a lot, especially being a police officer when I'm in a serious situation, being able to de-escalate it, be able to talk to people, and even on
yeah,
like I'm gonna be dealing with people on their worst days, so I know that. And I mean, on football, you're dealing with people on their worst days, their best days. Like you're dealing with people every single day, no matter.
yeah,
And you're not gonna be able to control how they're feeling. You're not gonna be able to control what they do.
yeah,
So I'm just being able to talk to being able to talk to people, being personable, like that's gonna go huge. And I mean, even when I got there my freshman year, I always made it a goal for myself to become a leader on the team. And so being a leader on the team, that's going to help me being a leader in the police one day.
yeah.
I see it all stacking up with each other.
So, what's the motivating factor to get into law enforcement?
It's just I've always had a passion for it. I just love being around people. I love and again, like being a police officer as in compared to like a football player in a college team, it's similar in a lot of ways for the fact that you're in a brotherhood. Like you're working with guys that you're willing to put your life on the line for any given day. And I'm 100% for that. I've loved that idea ever since I was young. And I mean, the reason why I want to be a police officer is I know that in today's day and age, social media has made it a huge thing that like there's a pretty negative connotation on police
Yeah,
officers, and
defund the cops. Like, give me a break.
yeah, I know, and it stinks, and but I want to be, and a lot of people that have these opinions don't have good experience with police officers, and it's unfortunate that that's how they see it. And I want to be a police officer that one day if they were to run to a situation where they need the police, I want to be the police officer that gives them a good taste in their mouth about what police officers can really be like, and it's
Yeah.
not all what it seems on social media. So
That's awesome. I mean, I'm pro cop, pro fireman, pro teacher. I don't know if I told you, my father was the chief of police in Caldwell when
yeah,
I
you
was a
told
young
me.
guy.
Yeah.
And they don't they sometimes you get a lot of respect, right?
Yep.
A lot of attention, and sometimes you don't, if you're not a cop going in for the right reasons,
Right.
then it could turn out bad.
Yeah, 100%.
If you're going in for the right reasons, like you said, to be around people, to help people, to impact them, and to make a difference, and you go in there with that mindset, then you're going to come out on the right side. But
100%.
it's not going to be easy, man.
No,
First of
I
all, I
know.
know the whole academy's tough,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
But hey, it can't be harder than preseason football, right? Come on.
You never know. I mean, those guys, I mean, their goal is to make us quit. And I mean, I mean, like some college coaches too, their goal is to make you quit.
Yeah,
So I see
but
it's
there's
going to be
no way
tough.
you're going to quit. There's no
No,
way.
absolutely not. No.
But it can't be that physically demanding. Maybe a little more mental. I don't know, but there's no way it's more physical than your
No. I
preseason
think
football
I
camp.
think physically I'll be fine. It's more mental where I'm not nervous, but I know that that's what they're gonna try to.
And how long is that for? Like 13 weeks or something?
It's 6 months. Yeah, it's gonna be from March to August.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure you'll do great.
Thank you. I
You
appreciate
know. So think about some young guys. Again, you already said you got a photographic memory, so you have such a leg up with that, right? You're a good athlete with a photographic memory, so when you get a playbook, you got it,
it. Yeah.
right? What kind of advice can you give to the younger guys or girl athletes coming up who aspire to play a sport in college, but forget the full ride guys, forget the guys that are D1 Power 5. I don't want to talk about them right now. The
Hmm.
guys who are like you coming up willing to go to a D3 school, which is still great sports,
Yeah, 100%.
but what kind of advice can you give to those people who know that they're not getting paid to show up?
Hmm.
They're paying to show up.
Yeah. And my biggest advice is really just look yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, do you love it? And if your answer to that question is yes, no matter what sport it is, then give it your 100% effort. And I mean, if you really have to question whether or not you love a sport or not, it's not for you. And when I
Mm,
say if you love it, doesn't mean, oh, does it suck today? Is it hard today? What I want to go today, but tomorrow it's going to be annoying. I'm going to be sore. I don't want to go anymore. That's not love. That's just you have negative thoughts. You're tired, like every other human being gets. Of real love is if 10 years from now, if you're to quit right now, are you going to regret it? And are you going to wish you can go back? Are you going to
mm,
miss the people you were with? And if that answer is yes, then you got to give your all. And I mean, that's like looking to the person to the left and the right of you and knowing they're going through the exact same thing as you are. And there might be days where you're having a better day than they are, and then they're having a better day the next day. But you have to be able to build relationships. You have to be able to talk to people. And you have to be able to push through stuff even when it's uncomfortable. I mean, a big thing I always love to like work with is seek discomfort. And I mean,
mm.
if you're comfortable, you're doing something wrong. If you're feeling discomfort, just feeling any type of discomfort, you're doing something right, and that means you're in the right track. So I
So,
love that.
so
And
go deeper on that, Nick. Seek
yeah,
discomfort.
right.
Go deeper on that.
That means it could be with anything, whether it be waking up early. I mean, how many times do you want to your alarm goes off and you're like, oh, you just want to snooze, go back to bed. Your bed's so comfortable.
Yeah.
You gotta seek discomfort. Right up. Put your feet on the floor. That's what Coach G would always say. He'd say
Mm.
the only way you're getting out of bed is by putting your feet on the floor. That's how you wake up. And so that's one. I mean, on days you feel tired, you feel sore, seek discomfort, go work out. Go do something. Get 60 minutes in some anything. Go jog, anything. Um, I mean, you're feeling tight. Do you want to just sit there or could you stretch? Seek discomfort. Do something that most people wouldn't do. Or anything that you feel comfortable doing, try to do something that opposes it because that's only going to make you better.
That's
That's what it
awesome.
is.
I'll tell you, when I interviewed Coach Garrett on here, man, the wisdom and the one-liners that came out of him were just
They're
like,
they're just automatic.
I know.
It's insane.
I told him, I'm like, you got to write a book on all
Oh
these
yeah.
things, right?
No,
And I
me and the
love,
guys on the team always joke about it with
yep.
him because
And
he's
this
so
year's
quick with it.
acronym of fight is awesome.
Amazing. It's
You know what I
awesome.
mean?
And that's what's the great part about it is that like we would always do leadership meetings during spring ball. So like during the off season, which is where the whole team comes in and we just talk about goals, goal setting, all that. And the team is actually the one that put it all together and he's just formulated it in a perfect way to make us really see it. But we're the ones that came up with it and he just made it he like made it into fruition.
Yeah.
And he helped us like realize that like we're the creators of it and like
Yep.
we're the ones that practice it and yeah, but without him, it's insane. He's a very smart guy. I'm like I look
Yeah.
up to him a lot.
Yep. And he's a very good leader.
100%, the best leader
Yeah.
I've ever been a part of,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what I didn't mention, I don't think I did in the intro here that you mentioned you just said it a couple seconds ago. You were the captain of the team too,
That was one of them. Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So can you talk about that? What was it like to be voted in, elected in, put in as a captain of the team? And then what kind of responsibilities did you have? What did you have to deal with on the good and the bad?
Well, how we did it at Kean on the football team is we didn't actually ever vote for a captain or any like really name a captain. We would just have like game captains go out, but there was always like a group of guys that would stand out and like really like take leadership and would make uncomfortable decisions for people or would help go like just be the ones to go out of our way to go help somebody else. And just as like and those are really like the team captains that we kind of like all without saying it out loud, like that's how we kind of knew we're the team captains on the team. And there wasn't really anything like crazy that we did. I mean, the whole team was so bought in and even though the record might not have shown it, like these like we never had problems with guys. Like maybe there was once or twice there's like a locker room issue where like two guys are arguing or something, but that's with every team. There's always going to be
Yeah,
argument. But if you have a team full of 100 guys, two guys are going to
someone's
be
going to
once
argue.
in a while.
Yeah.
So it's bound to happen.
Yep.
But no, it was never an issue for the older guys really. Like the younger guys came in, they did a great job. They bought in quickly. Um, I mean, there was times where upperclassmen as a whole just had to like set a standard, and we just made sure that everyone was living up to it. And it was awesome to see. I mean, there was never a time where I regretted being on the team. I hated being on the team. I loved every single second of being on that team my senior year.
Cool. Well, listen, not everything can be perfect, right?
100%.
So,
Never.
so did you face any setbacks and any injuries, while you were there that it really, you know, did its toll on you?
I mean, yeah, my whole junior season, for if you ask anybody on the Kean team that's been around, that was on that team 2023, it was a rough year for us. I mean, we had a lot of ego on the team. We had a lot of like groupings on the team. Like we weren't one. We weren't together. And that was like talent wasn't the issue. We had a really talented team. We had a lot of guys that worked hard. It was just the chemistry wasn't there. And that is the biggest thing in sports, honestly, in my opinion, is team chemistry. And if you're not fighting for the other guy to the right or left of you, you don't have a chance. You don't have a chance, especially at the college level. And I don't know, I mean, the record showed it clear as day that our team chemistry was just not there. And we went 0-10, and it was the hardest pill to swallow in my life. And it's still is really bad to talk about. I don't really like talking about it that much, but I mean, for all of everybody in my grade, we came back with a chip on our shoulder to at least not even we weren't even so worried about the record. We were just worried about changing the chemistry of our team and changing the
Yeah.
outlook of the program. And we wanted the culture to be back to how it was. And I think that's what we were able to do that. But yeah, it was a huge setback for a lot of us. I know a lot of guys thought about quitting, a lot of guys talked about it. I mean, I even had like kind of like a job offer on the table for me, and I was really questioning if I should take it or not. But I knew then I thought like what I was saying before, like if I leave right now and I'm
You'll
thinking about
regret it,
it, I'd regret it. I can't do that to myself. So I
right?
came back, and a lot of guys came back. And our goal, we said at the first day of camp, was we're not going to be anywhere. Like we're throwing that in the past. That is not us. And that was a huge setback, but it set us up for, I believe, the future now. Kane's going to be great, and I think that culture is going to carry on. I think the freshmen fully bought into it, and I don't see it ever going back to how it was.
Cool. So when you guys recognize that, what kind of things did you do different to rebuild the culture, to rebuild the chemistry?
Yeah, I mean, we had a couple guys that would set up like little get-togethers over the summer. I mean, one of our offensive linemen, he invited everybody over his house around the summer to go swimming and stuff, just like a little
That's cool.
barbecue. Yeah, I mean, and then just like as upperclassmen, we made it more of a goal to like build relationship with all the guys on the team, not just like single out like guys that were really good or whatever, and
Yeah.
then you guys hang out. But no, we wanted everyone to hang out. We wanted everyone to like feel comfortable with each other. Like as our house, we'd invited a bunch of the freshmen over to come either watch football or play card games or something, just hang
Right.
out. Like we always made it an effort to try and get
Right.
everyone involved.
And Nick, that what you just said, I don't think the public, the traditional student understands this, is when you as a senior invite the freshmen to hang
Yeah.
with you,
Yeah.
those freshmen look at you like you're gods,
Yeah.
right? They're,
Yeah.
they're like, holy crap, I'm gonna go hang out with these guys, and they're nervous.
Oh yeah,
You,
of
you
course.
know they're uncomfortable because and they're like they don't want to say the wrong thing, do the wrong thing, and you guys kind of I'm sure you pick on them a little bit,
Oh yeah.
beat on them a little bit, and you
Yeah,
haze them a little bit, but that brings them even closer.
of course.
And
Yeah.
when they walk out of your house, or maybe even slept over, or who knows what,
Yeah.
but the next day, you know how good they're feeling,
No, I know. And I mean that it really like like I never knew if it really did that much until the very last game of the season when we were like all the seniors were all like teary-eyed and
yeah,
like this is it. We're never playing football again. And I remember a bunch of the freshmen coming up to me and like giving me a hug and like thank
yeah.
you and like thanking me. And I was like, wow, that's awesome. Like that
You
literally
became
made
their
me
big
feel
brother,
yeah, like it made me feel like everything was just all worth it. Even if our record was horrible. Like I couldn't even care if we went 0-10 again. Like I just felt like we made them have a good experience their
right?
freshman year, and like even with
Yeah,
the sophomores and juniors as well, like everybody
yeah.
felt like the exact same way. So
Now, is your eligibility over? You got another year
yeah,
left.
no, it's over. No more for me. My body's good too.
All
I
right,
need some
all right.
stuff.
So, any injuries on your end? Anything that was messed up or while you were playing?
Yeah, my actually that junior season, the third to last game of the season, we were playing at Franklin Marshall, and I actually got a pick. It went from a highlight to a low light. I
All right.
got a pick, and I was running it back. and the quarterback of all people tackled me. And I got tripped up, and I landed right on my back, and two ribs popped out.
Oof.
So it sucked, but yeah, then I had to go to the hospital on that night. But yeah, so I wasn't able to play the last two games.
So
That
that
was kind
kept you out for
of,
2 games with two popped ribs?
yeah, it was weird because it was like they said that they could either inject me with some stuff to try to make the pain go away, and I was like, I don't know if I
Yeah.
trust all that. So I kind of just they said other that or you just have to wait it out, and it didn't start feeling better till like 4 or 5 weeks
It's
after.
hard to breathe when those things are popped
Yeah,
out.
no, the first week was horrible. Like I really
Yeah.
couldn't breathe or anything. And the weird thing is like it was like still like it would every so often you would like if I moved a certain way, it would pop back out and go back
Oh,
in. It felt like it was like a really
ugh.
weird feeling. I can't really even describe it. It was very weird.
Oh my God.
I was
Yeah.
more so worried that if I got hit, if I tackled the wrong way or got hit the wrong way, that it would hit puncture like a kidney or something or like a lung.
Yeah.
So
Right.
I was just like, all right, we'll
Do the right thing.
do the right
Yeah.
thing as much as
Yeah.
I didn't want to. But yeah,
Right.
that was kind of annoying.
That's cool. Well, support stuff, coaches, teammates, family, you know, who do you think's been the most crucial? You kind of mentioned some of this along the way. I know
Yeah,
you're going to
yeah.
repeat it again, but who do you think's been the most crucial support mechanisms to you personally and your success?
Um, I mean, I already mentioned my parents, but I'll mention them again because they deserve it. They've
Yeah.
been more than supportive for me, as well as my sister. She went to school, still goes to school at Rowan. She's
Okay.
two
She
years
play
younger than me,
sports?
but no, she doesn't. She's not.
Okay.
She's
All
not
right.
the athletic one in the
All
family.
right.
No, but she always made an effort to come to my games, so
Good.
she would be at a lot of the games. But yeah, my parents never missed a game. They'd be the ones to travel to Virginia when we played at
Yeah.
CNU. It was I don't know. I could go on and on about how
Would they follow the bus?
no, they'd go separate times, but yeah, no, they were huge supporters for me, and I love them to death for it. I was actually that last game. I remember spending like an extra like 15 minutes on the field, just like hugging both of them, talking to
Yeah.
them, like
That's
crying with
tough,
them.
man.
It's
When you
it's
when you
tough.
take that helmet off for the last time, I always say I coined this phrase. I either coined it or stole it from somebody, but maybe I said this to you the first time we spoke on the phone, is that athletes die twice.
Yeah,
The
it's
first is when
true
like that moment on the field,
because it's a whole identity. It
yeah,
just
you weren't putting that sucker back on.
yeah,
It was off and that was it.
yep,
And you're dead. But you know what? You got to live with it.
yeah. I
That,
know.
like you said, the identity's gone. It's ripped away from you within seconds. And then you go through life and you die in real life.
Yeah,
So but can you talk about that moment? Hey, I took the helmet off. You just said, hey, mom, dad, there, you're hugging 15 minutes crying. Explain what's going on in your head there, because again, the traditional student who's walking around Kean University campus sees you guys as these larger than life guys. You get everything handed to you. They don't understand the pain. They don't understand what you go
yeah.
through. They don't understand the camaraderie. They don't understand the emotion.
Right.
Can you talk about that moment in time? Helmet came off, mom, dad, field. What's going on?
Um, Honestly, it was really weird because I thought it would be more like just upset that it's all over, but I was honestly like grateful that I even got to do it. I was in the moment I was more overwhelmed with like wow, like I finished 4 years of college football and like not a lot of people get to say that. And I was just more than happy to be able to share with my parents. My girlfriend was there. She's another huge support system. She supported me this whole year, made it to a bunch of games, traveled as well. Um, just being able to share with them, my sister, all of them, it was like it just felt so surreal that I was able to do it. And it's like it was the biggest goal of mine to play college sports when I was young, and being able to say like I did all 4 years, and when I'm older, I'll get to tell my kids that I did it, and
Yeah.
hopefully they'll be able to do it. But um, no, I was more grateful than really upset. And yeah, then there's like the days that are afterwards where you're like, wow, like I'm not gonna have to go back to practice anymore. Like I'm not due back for spring ball. Like
Yeah.
then that when it starts in the setup, like that's when the sets in and all the upset. Where it's like, all right, man, now I miss it.
Here's
But
where the biggest pain's going to come, Nick. You're not there yet.
yeah,
It's not spring ball because you're going to enjoy what's going on right now. Hey, this is pretty cool. It's August
oh yeah, I
when
know.
you're on
Back to
social
camp.
media and
Hmm.
you're seeing everybody going back and all
Yeah,
the posts that are happening, and they're all having fun,
yeah,
and you're like, okay, I'm supposed to be there.
yep.
That's when it gets
That's I
hard.
know it's gonna. I'm preparing myself for that when I see, but
Yeah.
Honestly, I really feel like I'm not gonna be too upset about it
Oh,
because
yes, you will. Who you kidding?
no, I'm gonna miss it 100%. And I'll be like, damn, I wish I could go back one more time. But
Yep.
I feel like I did all like I gave it my all. Like I gave it everything I got. And I really feel like if they were to present to me another year, I don't even know if I could take it because I gave it all my body could. Like I don't know if I'd be able to go another year playing college football.
Well, now it's time to give everything you got into the law enforcement career,
100%, and I will.
you
That's
know?
my next goal.
So let me ask you this question. Okay, graduation's when?
Graduation was in May of last.
But you're getting your master's degree now.
Yeah, so for masters, it depends on how long I prolong it for. My goal is to finish it in a year and a half.
Okay.
Yeah,
So you got your bachelor's degree,
yeah.
right? So you're transitioning now. You're taking classes, you're going to get your master's, and you're going to go to the academy when?
March.
Oh, that's right around the corner,
Yeah,
right?
and it's right there.
What do you think is the toughest thing now, or most challenging thing about transitioning from college athletics to, okay, man, now I'm going into the real world. Like, what's going on?
It's just like, I mean, going into college, you already get a taste of it, but it's really taking all the training wheels off. Like you're on your own now. Like
Mm,
everything you do, you have a consequence for. Like there's nobody to make choices for you. I mean, I did this whole police process on my own, and yeah, obviously my parents helped me with certain aspects to like how to answer a certain thing or
yeah,
help me get information, but a lot of it I did on my own. I applied on my own. I went to all the every single step I went on my own, and it's all like, all right, well, like in college, you have a coach that'll help you. You have guidance counselors. You have
yeah,
people all over trying to give you all the resources you got. And now like you have to find the resources. So it's a lot more independent, but I'm for it. I'm ready for it. My parents helped me so much that now I know I feel like I'm very prepared, well prepared on what's coming. Um, but yeah, it's a lot different because I mean, it's a different animal. Now it's instead of being in a very controlled environment where it's like everything is planned out, you know what to expect in college, like in college sports. I mean, obviously there's surprises, but
yeah,
you have a good gist of what's going to happen.
yeah.
But I mean, in the real world, you never know. Like especially being in the police, you have no idea what to expect. I mean, you'll get a good idea, but every day is different,
You
and
got surprises every day as a cop.
exactly. And I'm honestly excited for it. So yeah.
That's good. So, what skills do you think you're pulling out of football that's going to help you as a cop?
Um, I'd say it's a good question. I think obviously going back to what I said, being personable, being able to talk to a bunch of different guys from a bunch of different backgrounds, being able to relate to people, and really just I think being able to step into someone else's shoes. Because I mean, there'd be times where obviously if we're all doing a similar
Mm,
workout, those offensive linemen are going to be going through a much more rough time than a skill guy doing push-ups. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
like see like obviously that's a lot different than in the police world, but being able to just feel empathy for people and when they're going through something tough, knowing the right things to say, knowing what they want to hear in that moment, or knowing the right way to de-escalate something when someone's either really on edge or on the brink of quitting, something like that. I feel
yeah.
like that's gonna carry on
Do
a
you
lot.
know anybody who's a cop now?
I know a couple people. A lot of my dad's friends, a couple of them are cops.
Okay.
But
All
as
down
of
your
right now,
way?
what was that?
All down your way?
Yeah. And yeah, they're all local. One was a state police officer, but and then right now currently my best friend, he lives right around the corner. He's going in for Berkeley. So, we're both
Okay.
going there's a good chance we might be in the academy together, which would be crazy.
Now, where is the academy?
It's in Lakewood, New Jersey.
Okay. So how
So,
many guys come in a class?
I don't know total for all of the academy. I just know that for say like Tom's River where I plan on going, I think they're only sending like two or three or
That's
two.
it.
Yeah.
Wow. So the whole state comes into this.
Basically like all of like the Ocean County, like all the towns around us. So like Berkeley would
All
be
right.
there.
So you
Like
might be in there with 25, 30 guys.
yeah. Yeah,
So
I'm
you'd be in
that's
like
usually
like a mini football team.
basically and it's gonna be a brotherhood again, which I'm excited for. It's people that we're gonna go through shared suffering. There's gonna be days where we're gonna hate it. There's gonna be
Yeah.
days where we love it. And being able to do it with other people, I think it's great because you're not alone.
It's almost like this might sound stupid, but think about like college football when you're a junior or a senior, you go to a bowl game and you play with guys from other schools in the bowl game, right?
Yeah.
Well, you're kind of like coming together like a bowl game. You got a couple of guys from every department from all different areas coming together to kind of work together, play
Yeah,
together,
exactly.
and then you'll break up when it's over. But now you're gonna have connections in all these different towns.
I know it's crazy to think about because I mean, like, we'll go from complete strangers
To
within a
best
month.
friends.
We'll be like
Yeah.
brothers. Like we're gonna be
Yeah.
like we're gonna
Some
see
of
the
those
worst and the
guys,
best of each other.
some of those guys may end up being your best friends for life.
Exactly. And I'm expecting that
Yeah,
through a
that
lot
is
of it.
so cool. So you're gonna carry, your high school buddies, your college buddies to your police buddies, and that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I know. I'm really excited for it.
Yeah, like well, for those that are listening, you should see Nick's face every time we talk about it pops up. The smile gets bigger and bigger. For those on YouTube, this will be on a YouTube channel too. Those you'll get to see it.
Yeah.
You know. So how about this question? I'm a senior in college,
Mhm.
right? I'm an athlete. I don't care what sport I'm playing, football, baseball, basketball, whatever the last day. What advice can you give these guys, girls, about preparing physically, mentally, emotionally for when it's over? It's time to get on with your life.
Don't that's a really good question. I would say don't be in denial. I feel like try to like really accept it, feel your feelings, and try to be positive and be more optimistic about it. When that day comes that sports are over and now it's time to move on, like how I said before, try to be more grateful that you even got the chance to do it. Be grateful that you got to take that opportunity that less than 3% of the population get to experience. Um, really just try to see the brightness in it and see how great, and then think back to all the great memories that it gave you and that you're gonna be able to carry with you for the rest of your life. And be grateful for all the relationships that you're gonna have for the rest of your life through it. And really just take it in to thank the people that supported you. And don't so much think of it as wow, now it's over, now there's nothing to look forward to. Just think of it as now you did something that's gonna set you up for the rest of your life because being a college athlete is one of the hardest things you can do. And being able to say that you completed it and you did it is amazing in its own. And that's just only going to carry you on
Yeah.
to success in the future. So
They can never take it from you,
never, absolutely not.
you know?
Yep.
But you said thank those who supported you. Talk about
Mhm.
that. You mentioned mom and dad and coach. But I don't think that I don't know if I should say this if I'm going to say it the wrong way or what, but going back and saying thank you to those who gave their all for you
Mhm.
is not easy to do. The average person is it's not this they're uncomfortable saying thank you.
Yeah,
You
I
know what I
know.
mean? But I can tell you this for those who received the thank yous, like you said, like the freshman guys hugging you, man, and you're like, oh my God, right? It's such a feeling of grateful gratitude that you're
So powerful.
appreciated.
Yeah. I remember like just being able to at the very end of it just hug Coach Garrett and just tell him thank you for all that he's done and like going out of his way for me all the time, like putting his extra effort into not just
Yeah,
me but our whole team, making the sacrifices that he does. Like
yeah,
it just felt not like I can only imagine how it felt for him to hear it from
yeah.
a guy like me, but like just being able to say it to him, it just made me feel so much better, like better about myself, knowing that like I got to do all this for him, and we have a great relationship. Like
Yeah.
I'll talk to the guy for the rest of my life, and I'll go back and see him, and I'm sure the first time we go see each other, he's gonna give me a big hug,
Oh yeah.
and that's just it's awesome to like think
Yeah.
about it, and yeah,
Yeah.
I mean being able just
You
to
know,
thank those
you
people.
guys, you know what year after year, I think he's been there what, 22 years now, something like
Yeah,
that?
yeah, that was his 20th or
Yeah,
21st.
20, something like that. You
Yeah.
guys make him cry every year.
That's what I'm saying. It's every year we get them,
You
but
know and here's a sign, and I forget, I think when I was talking with your buddy Sean the other day, right? And the sign of a great coach is not just the wins and losses.
yeah,
He didn't have to stay there, man, for 20 years. He
nope.
had opportunities to hit the road, move up the ladder, travel the country, but he's like, I love this place, I love this school, I love these players, I can't leave them.
Hmm.
What he
Yeah.
says.
It's great. That guy could coach in the NFL any day of
Oh
the
yeah,
week. I think he's a special guy, and I mean, it makes, but the way that he says that, because he tells us that all the time too,
yeah,
that he just loves it being here and
yeah,
loves us, and it just makes us want to play for him that much more. Like we really all have a good, every single person on the team has a
yeah,
great relationship with him, and we just love playing for him.
yeah,
And like going back to that whole thank you statement, and like it's as much as it seems like it's just two words that are just like thank you, but it's like they made you feel so special. Like this whole season, your whole career as an athlete, like they put so much time and effort into you. And just being able to show them that it didn't go unnoticed and that
yeah,
they like everything that they did was like it like you loved so much that they did it
yeah,
and you'll forever be grateful for them. Like it just makes them feel that special feeling that you had from
yeah,
them. And
yeah. It's
I hope he
family.
gets that forever because he
Yeah,
deserved it.
it's family over there. It's just you
Yeah,
guys have created a family that fights together,
100% we did.
you know, and it's just cool to watch. And you guys have phenomenal, for those who don't know, Kean University, phenomenal facilities for a D3
Oh, it's
school,
awesome.
man.
It's awesome. We're
I'm
lucky.
like, it
Very
is
lucky.
sick,
Yeah, it's great.
you know.
I have no complaints at all about the
No, the entire athletic facility, baseball field, football field, it's the softball field, that whole little area of the sports complex and the gym, and
Yep.
it's beautiful stuff.
It's awesome.
Maybe we use this for like a little recruiting thing for Kane
Yeah,
Sports.
right. That kind of went through
Yeah.
my head as we were talking
Yeah.
about it. But yeah.
So, last question, right? No, not the last, but close to it.
Yeah.
4 or 5 years from now, what's going on in your life, Nick? What if you can paint the picture?
I hope to be in a leadership role in the police department, whether that be a sergeant. Hopefully within the next 5 years, I hope that's on the plate for me. I hope to have my own house. I hope to be maybe starting my own family the next like 5, 6, 7 years.
Okay.
Um, I don't know. A lot can happen in 5 years, especially this time frame from 22 to 27, 28
Yeah.
around.
You're
There's a
still going to
lot.
be a young man.
Oh yeah, I'll be a young guy, but there's a lot that can happen, and yeah, I just hope. My goal is to, like I said, take a leadership role in the police, really solidify myself as a good police officer, someone that holds high morale in the police department. Um, and yeah, that's basically my goal right now.
You just said something. I want you to go a little deeper on it.
Okay.
Morale.
Morale. Yep.
How the heck do you keep morale high in I mean, this is gonna be tough to say,
Yeah.
but in a team that didn't win much?
Yeah. I mean,
How did you do that as a leader?
it's just doing the right things at the right time when no one's looking. It's just holding yourself to a higher standard. And I mean, the record might not show it, but if we can look back and say, did we give it our all? Did we give it everything we could? Some plays didn't go our way, some calls didn't go our way. I mean, a lot of the games that we lost this year are by one play, one, two
Yeah.
plays, and that's it. And that's all it takes in college football, which is unfortunate because some of these teams that we play, and I mean us, we deserve. I think we deserve that perfect 10-0 record, and it's unfortunate, but just being able to you feel so much better about yourself knowing that you're doing the right thing and that you're helping others doing it along the way. And I feel like you'll be able to look back in the future and you're not going to look back and be like, oh, we had a 2-8 year, that year sucked. No, I look back and we had a 2-8 year, and I had so much fun doing it. I had the best time with a lot of guys. I built great relationships. I know that I made a lot of guys work a lot harder than they ever planned they would. A lot of guys make me work harder than a lot more than I thought I would. Um,
Mm.
I bet Coach G is going to remember this year. Like it's just being able to set a good taste in your mouth about an experience is why I believe morale is such an important thing.
I'll tell you, you just hit something hard there too. You said encourage others to work harder. They help you work harder. That
Right.
is not an easy thing to do. Most guys are slackers,
Right.
right? And a slacker can pull everybody down. But
Mhm.
when you're pushing someone to work harder and someone's pushing you to work harder, you're like,
Yep.
whoa, I got to get moving here.
That's what I'm saying. That goes back to that seek discomfort. When you have a guy in your ear telling you as much as you want to hate it, you're holding a plank, you're doing something, and your body's shaking, you don't want to stop. But then you have the guy right next to you, one of your best friends, like some guy you bled with, and
Yeah,
he's right there looking at you saying, like, just one more minute, hold on. You're like, there's no way you're quitting. Like, you can't stop when someone right there that you love so much is telling you to keep
yeah,
going.
yeah.
And we had that on the team. We had guys that would do anything for each other, and I mean, it was
That's
all.
awesome. Well, Nick, man, you're one hell of a young man,
Thank you.
and Tom's River is the town you'll be working for. That's
Hopefully,
a big police
100%
department.
there, yeah. But yeah, that's the
That's a
goal.
big area,
Yeah, it is. It's huge.
right? And now, can you get? I don't want to say the word stuck. That's not the right word. Can you be assigned to the shore area, like the beach area?
Yeah, yeah. Again, by like the boardwalk. Yeah,
Yeah, a lot of stuff goes down over there.
yeah. I know,
You know, you know.
especially during the summer. But
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But Nick, I've
ready
asked you a
for it.
ton of questions. Is there anything I haven't asked you yet that you think we should touch on before we wrap it up?
No, I mean, just no. I think we hit everything, honestly.
Yeah, we talked about a lot of good stuff,
Yeah,
and like I said before, Kean University, a little plug for the school and the team and the coach. It's a great school to go to.
it's a great
Great
school.
campus, right outside of New York City for those guys who, well, hey, I want to be in New York, whatever. It's like it's literally
Like
minutes
20
from
minutes.
there.
Yeah, 20, 25.
The campus is beautiful. I saw it years ago when I was in college. Like half of it didn't even exist.
Yeah.
And now the buildings, the facilities, it's a phenomenal place to go to college,
Oh yeah, it's great.
you know. And Coach Garrett is one of the nicest guys I've ever met, and he truly loves his career,
Oh,
and he loves you
undeniably
guys.
he does.
He
Yeah.
loves you guys, and you're a product of that environment, as well as you're a product of your home environment and how well your parents treat you too. But
Right.
when you go to another school, because your mom and dad say, "Hey, coach, turn my son into a man."
Yep, and that's I'm happy you said that. That's what Coach G breeds. He'll even say he tells us that's what he says on his recruiting visits. Like when they're coming, they're like, we're not like, yes, football is huge, but I like our main goal is to make you into a good man. Like we want to make you into someone that we can send out to society and feel really comfortable with you out there. Like he he is someone that really stresses being a good man, being and like one thing we say is like just you don't have to be the man, you just have to be a man. And it's I mean, like that's another one liner he says. We're like, dang, how do you come up with that? But
That is a good one.
it's great, right? Like everything he says just resembles with you in one way or another. And no, I could talk about all the things he says. All I mean, we have a group chat. It's me, him, and like two of the other seniors that were on our team, and we joke around with him a little bit about all his one liners, and we'll say it back. We'll spit it back to him, and he'll be like, "Damn right, like I was right."
I love
But
that, man. You don't have to be the man, just be a man.
just be a man. And that means know your role. You have to, like it's like set aside your ego. It's about it's just doing what you have to do, doing your job, and it's like I don't know, and that's for everything. It's for everything. Like
I thought you didn't have anything else to say.
I mean, I didn't know you said that spark something.
So we could probably go off on a tangent for another 2 more hours,
Yeah, exactly.
But again, I wish you the best, Nick. If I can help you in any way, let me know.
Thank you so
But
much. I
stay in
appreciate it.
touch. Let me know, when you hit the academy,
Yeah,
and when you get out and how all that's going, and the town that you're going to work for, it's a lucky town. They're
yeah.
lucky to have you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
All right, so go kick some butt and become the best police officer ever.
I will do. That's my goal.
You got it.